What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself. Today is a debut. I haven't heard of this game. It's called Samurai Warriors 4, otherwise known as Sengoku Musou 4. Petals in the Wind, the Tokugawa version, followed by Petals in the Wind, Sonata version. One song, two versions, probably both of the characters. Both are from the channel Little Dragons, or Little Dragon Z, requested by Pookster Prime. I'm guessing this is connected to the Warriors series, but I don't know. Anyways, if it's anything like the last couple of requests, I'm expecting some heavy metal with East instruments. This is Petals in the Wind, Tokugawa version. Koei Tecmo, okay. I don't know who composers. I love hearing instruments not from the West. Maybe it's because I'm used to hearing, you know, certain stuff all the time. So it's always like a treat when I hear instruments that have been handed down for thousands of years. Yeah. Cool. So one of these instruments is, oh wait, hold on. I think the Kyoto's on the right. And I don't know what kind of flute that is. There's so many flutes. I'm pretty sure this instrument on the right, the plectrum is like this big. It's like this huge triangle. If it's what I think it is. Let me see what it's called. So it's like a hybrid of like heavy metal and electronic. That's pretty cool. Oh wait, shamisen, not the Kyoto. It's called the Baki. Yeah, there it is. This thing. I'm pretty sure we're listening to that being played. That's like their pick. I wonder what it's made out of. Is it like husk or something? Ivory, tortoiseshell. I'm just really biased towards this sound, man. I need more of it. I need to study it more. Because I'm very fascinated in how other continents approach music, hearing it. Like how close or different it is to us. That'd be something I learned like deeper into my age. I'm gonna move right into the next one because it's the exact same song. I don't know who is who. I'm gonna see if I can retain this like motif. And this is the other version from Sanada. Same song. Let me know who's who. bells. This reminds me very slightly of a group I used to listen to back in the day, but it's more hip-hop. It's like this idea, but with hip-hop. And it was called the Shanghai Restoration Project. Two flutes here. One harmonizing. One lower, one higher. It's cool when it goes into this like electronic thing. It's just not like it's not super common with that style of music. So it's a nice change of pace. The sleigh bells is an interesting choice, but it is currently December, so it's a little fitting. But I'm pretty sure those are sleigh bells. Either way, what I noticed from Koei Tecmo in general is just all their music is like made to be hype as hell. Regardless of game, it's meant to just invoke this like motivational power. And they seem to really enjoy like the whole ninja samurai aesthetic. I don't know how many games Koei Tecmo makes, but the ones that I think are the most popular have to do with like combat and traditional ninjas and stuff. Pretty cool. Ooh. This song sounds like a whole bunch of hell yeah, you know? That's a hell yeah. Oh, that's sick. Love me some harmonized guitars. Sounds like a improvised solo, and it's out of key. That was weird. That felt very just out of nowhere. Those notes did not belong, but it's all good, I guess. Sometimes that's okay. There's no rules in music. There's guidelines, but there's no rules. This is cool. You know, this reminds me of a little bit. It's kind of a weird comparison, but in Metal Gear Rising, that one section with like the Japanese houses and the, I think there's cherry blossoms there, and just started just hacking and slashing through with that place. It reminds me of that. That kind of garden setting. Okay. There's a lot I need to experience here, because there's a lot I just don't know. I'm not familiar with, much of Koei Tecmo, but I've heard of them. I'm not familiar with a lot of Japanese and Chinese instruments, but I've heard of them. So it's like I have like this whole like things I've always heard of and grew up next to, but don't know like what I'm necessarily saying per se. I just know I'm a fan of all of it. Obviously, these games seem to be... Well, actually, no. I'll say this. And this is just an assumption. And I could be very, very wrong here. So please tell me if I'm wrong. But it seems like these games... And by these games, I mean like Koei Tecmo games. Are tailored around fun. And just a video game's video game. And maybe the stories are kind of just like an afterthought. Who knows? Maybe the stories are fantastic. But I feel like looking from the outside in, every time I've seen like Dynasty Warriors or this, even though I don't know what it looks like, Ninja Gaiden, it just looks like a ripping good time of just hack and slash and just ooh look at this, you know, it looks like a Cirque du Soleil of flesh. But please tell me, like, you know, or are there games that are like really story focused, or have they got better with story focus, or am I just don't know what I'm talking about and they've all been story focused? I mean, every game has a story, but I'm saying as like how much depth there is to it. Because every time I've heard of Dynasty Warriors, it just looks like the same thing of just it almost looks like a high score grab, where just how many like kills can you do. But it's still really cool though, and I really admire it because, like I said, it's not every day that I listen to foreign instruments. It's not super rare, but it's not like that common either. So whenever I do get to hear it, it's like, oh yeah, you know, I have to remember that the world is a lot bigger than what I know it as. And it's just really cool hearing stuff that's like barely been changed and has been the same since, you know, inception. Like a lot of these instruments sound like they're like hand carved, you know, just very raw and organic. So it's really cool. I can never tell what is what though, because there's so many variants. Like I don't even know how many flutes there are in the family of flutes. And also at the same time, it's like what makes a flute official, and what makes maybe someone made one and then called it their own thing. You know what I mean? So it's like kind of endless. Also, how many types of strung instruments there are, it's just it's wild. But it's cool though because it mixes the Western culture into it, and you can feel that too. Because I'm pretty sure these games have to appeal to a Western audience as well, otherwise you wouldn't play them. So that's why it has like those electronic elements and the heavy guitar stuff. Just so I think like we can grasp better. Again, these are all assumptions, but that's just what I think. Very cool though. This has a very feeling of fighting game to me. Not the game itself, but the song. The song having two versions. That's like a fighting game thing, where you know, a song will play for two characters, and depending on what it is, Street Fighter does that a lot. It's really cool. And yeah. Let me know if you've heard of this game. What are the instruments, if you know them, if your ear is that good. And well, yeah, just tell me whatever your experience with Koei Tecmo and all that stuff. But that was really cool. I had a lot of fun with that. I do like this kind of stuff for very specific playlists, and that's something where like a jogging playlist or like, well, let's just say working out, something where it's like motivating you. There's some push there. There's like some emotional push there. It's really cool. I like it. It's dynamic. Anyways, thanks to the requesters and to everyone you see on screen. I could not be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Later.